Welcome, everyone. I'm Kimberly Boschman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive Podcast. In this episode, we're going to take a look at the forecast for each life path number for the month of May 2025. Before we get into the forecast, this is a general reading, so if you would like your own personal numerology reading, where we take a look at your own personal numerology, please book some time with me. My information is in the description box below. I would love to work with you. All right, let's go ahead and take a look to see what May holds in store. Life path number 3. Oh my gosh, I love the energy you all are working with for May. This is so beautiful. You guys are going to be working with the vibration of the 17-8, and this is just magic. This is magic. This is like the star card in tarot. This is wishes coming true. This is good fortune. This is an opportunity for receiving some kind of greater assistance, whether it's from, a person, place, or thing, or if it's from like the universe, just really feeling supported and assisted at this time. Now, I do want to point out, because I can really build this up to be like, oh my gosh, it's going to be huge and wonderful and fantastic and etc. And, I want to make sure that I'm setting the expectation here, right? So sometimes when we move through these cycles, though it can be really powerful cycles, sometimes the gifts that they bring can be very small. It can kind of come in this very small packaging, but it can actually be quite significant in the long run, right? So, if you move through the month and there's just these little wins or these little, spots of magic, don't feel like you didn't get the most out of this month or this energy, because you will likely see that open up into something bigger as you continue to move forward. And some of you will likely see some really big, wins and big rewards and, massive good fortune and that sort of thing. So it's definitely possible. Also depends on what's going on in the rest of your chart, of course, but just kind of want to put that out there. Don't overlook the little things, because those little things can grow into something quite monumental as you continue your journey. But getting back to the 17-8, this is a beautiful energy for, this is a fortunate vibration. So no matter kind of what happens, even if it doesn't feel as much like a win, there's still going to be a very strong fortunate vibration around whatever this is. So you're still going to be able to reap the rewards from this energy, no matter what's happening. So it's a really again, just a very rewarding type of energy. This is a time where, again, you could see a lot of assistance coming in, whether that's through money, some kind of new job or contract or promotion or something like that. You could see gifts coming your way, some kind of advancement at this time is possible, or new business opportunities. You could also see that you are kind of thrown into the public spotlight in some way. And so the spotlight is on you and your contributions and, your achievements. And so it can be really rewarding in that sense as well, getting that peer support, getting that peer recognition. So that can be really beautiful. And that can really open up some doors as well and can kind of progress you forward in some way, if that's what you're looking for. So that can be really beautiful. This is definitely a time where I would say, if you're looking for some kind of a loan or collaboration or, again, assistance in some way, this is the time to ask for it, because this is the kind of energy where it can bring to you the people who have the resources to be able to assist. In other words, right? So great time to ask for it. You're going to have to ask for it in most cases. It probably won't just fall in your lap, but for some of you it may. But if there's something that you want or need in order to make something that you want or need happen, this is a great time to ask for that assistance from people who, you might have been afraid to ask for it before, or they would have said no in the past. You might be surprised and you might get that yes. This is definitely a time for you to shine. This is a time for you to promote your work, for you to get your name out there, for you to be your own best advocate in whatever area of life, market yourself. And what I really mean by that is, don't be afraid to tell the world about what you've done or what you want to do. That's the other big piece to this too, right? Sometimes when we're talking about what we want to do, that's when we start to see the people come who can help us to make it happen, right? if we're silent about it and trying to force it or trying to make it happen all on our own, sometimes it's a lot more difficult. But when we're vocal about it and saying, hey, this is something I want to do, there's likely going to be other people that also want to do that and can assist and can help. So be vocal this month. I would say be vocal always about it, but this is such a great supportive month for really seeing, again, that support system come in and people helping in some way. Great time for taking a trip at this time. So if you have an opportunity to go, even if it's just somewhere that you haven't been before, that's close to your like hometown or something like that, great time for that. If you've got chronic medical conditions, and I'm not a doctor, this is not medical advice, but under this energy, you could see some better solutions come in. And so you might want to explore that. Definitely a time where if you have some kind of medical condition present, make sure you get that checked out, because you might find that there's a rather easy solution for it. The other thing I would say here is the help that you receive now could really, and again, you're going to have to probably ask for that assistance, but it could really change your world in some way, change your experience in some way. So and kind of open you up to the great big next step, right? So don't be afraid of asking for that assistance. This is definitely a time where you could see like the hope you could see hope come back in, but like where you get like the wind back in your sails, where you start to feel that greater sense of optimism, where you feel more uplifted and inspired. And so this is a great time where you can kind of channel that energy into your creativity or into just your day-to-day routine to kind of bring in that more kind of positive mindset and kind of dictate the day for yourself. Again, this is a great time for working with others, for formulating business partnerships perhaps, or sharing ideas, kind of brainstorming. Great energy for that. You might see a lot open up for you. Also, if there's some kind of like launch that you wanted to do, some kind of creative project, if you want to start a YouTube channel or a podcast or something like that, or Substack, great time for that as well. Anything that kind of allows you to step into your leadership energy, your expertise, your sharing of your gifts, being that leader within your own life when it comes to your own creativity. This is a great time for that, but it doesn't have to produce something. I want to be clear with that as well, although it probably will in some way, right? But this is just a great time to put yourself out there, to put yourself out into the world. And even if you've been doing that, you might find that you have a different, like you stumble across another outlet to do that looks a little bit different, but that brings in greater satisfaction or a different kind of satisfaction, which can be really rewarding. The thing I would say to be careful of this month is don't allow, we can't really help it, but like if, self-doubt starts to creep in or, anything kind of like those self-defeating thoughts kind of creep in, kind of, acknowledge, move through it, work through it. Don't get stuck there. Don't let those thoughts or that pessimism hold you back, because this is a month where a lot of opportunities could present or a lot of new ideas could present. But then like right on the heels of that could be that self-doubt or that, lack of confidence or the fear or whatever. And that's usually where we get tripped up. I think you'll still see the positive aspects of this energy, even with that self-doubt, but you just want to be mindful that you're not letting that hold you back from pursuing whatever it is that you feel called to pursue. There is also that 7 energy here with a 17-8. So there's a lot here about like self-discovery. So this is a beautiful time to, take some time to yourself, go deeper, explore your inner depths, come back to you. This is a great time to explore what you want. Like, what do you want next? What's the next goal? What fits in into your life at this time? What does that look like? What are the steps you need to take to move in that direction? Beautiful energy for that this month. And you will likely see that you're supported in that process. Now, I pulled an animal wisdom message for you all, and you got hummingbird energy. And I love this. Like this correlates with this 17-8 so beautifully. And the first thing that came to mind when I saw hummingbird come out was, again, beautiful things, big, beautiful things can come in very small packages. So don't overlook those little things. Don't overlook the little opportunities that come in that spark your interest or ignite that curiosity. Such a beautiful energy to explore and to tap into the fun in life and what brings you joy, what lights you up, what makes you happy, what makes you feel free in your expression. Such a beautiful energy for that. It's kind of like remembering the magic, and you are the magic. You bring the magic. So this is such a great month for you to share that magic. But don't overlook the little things, because a lot of times they hold the most magic. So I hope it's a great month for you all threes. Take care. Bye for now.